Can We Talk podcast, episode 99 and a half. If you guys have seen the most recent episode, which is still 99, Little Man only let us do 20 minutes, so I thought we could do another 99 before the 100 to kind of fill in that gap. But it was a great episode. Thought it was hilarious. Like, y'all go check that out. But I do have a very special guest in the building. She's been here before. Well, not here. But she's been on the pod before. We just learned that was episode 52. That's 47 episodes later.
Sorry.
But yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right. My name is Shanita. I'm from Austin, Texas. I'm a photographer based out of Austin, Texas. I take portraits, wedding photography, and I'm also a mother of 6, and I enjoy life to the fullest.
She took pictures of my parents.
That's right.
Yeah, she took some, I think it was my mom's 60th birthday.
Yes,
I think it was her birthday.
Your parents were awesome. Your mom's she likes to dance.
Big old balloons, yo. Like, you don't really have a purpose to repurpose those.
That's
like,
right.
Like, you just buy them and then they just don't last after that.
$50 worth of balloons.
I almost lost them on the way from HEB because it was raining that day. But yeah, let's get into it. There was one of the topics that I had sent you that you thought would be a great one to start off with.
Yes.
Where's my other phone? Oh, it's in my pocket.
And that's, what was that one? Basically,
you can use your phone.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I thought it was off limits. I thought I was at work.
If you not using your phone was a thing, I would not be at
Right.
episode 99. I don't remember shit.
Okay. So, I don't think men realize how far being soft and kind to their girl goes or woman goes. Everybody will tell you to find a man with money, but no one will tell you to find a man who's kind and considerate. The money will always follow when you're with a man that loves you and wants to take care of you. That's the topic.
I mean, I honestly, and I say this sparingly, like, women think they're a safe space. Like, women often think, like, why won't he just tell me X amount of whatever? Because you're not a safe space and you're going to judge that man.
Well, to that average man, there are women like that because I have friends like that, but I wouldn't say everybody. I feel like if I want a safe space with you, I should open the door so you can have a safe space with me. It's just like trust. You want it on both ends. And I don't think it's that hard. But I don't know. I'm not a man, so.
I mean, but again, it's kind of tricky because, like, and this is just my experience, and I don't speak for all dudes because I don't really speak to many dudes, to be honest. Just like people thinking they're something that they're not. Like, you can pretend to be a safe space, like an actual safe space to where a person can actually come to you and tell you something and you not feel a type of way. That often doesn't happen. Like, if I go to a girl, or my girl, I'm like, hey, I'm really sad today. Oh, well, what do you want me to do about it, essentially? Like, what would you do if your dude came up to you and said he was sad today?
Well, what do you want to do that you think will make you feel better? Let's go work out. Are you hungry? Because I'm the type of person, I feel like I go through a lot in life because we're human. We're going to keep going through things. But I also feel like we have control. You have to learn how to take control. You have to learn how to get yourself disciplined within your life where you can, how can I say this? Oh my God. Discipline to a place that, what was it saying again? I'm going off because I'm trying to go somewhere else and that's messing me up. Bring me back just a little bit.
Oh, about the safe space kind of notion? Is that what you're talking about?
Dang, I'm trying to pinpoint what I'm trying to say and it won't come out.
It's okay. You just got off of work. It's perfectly fine for us not to know. And you'll probably come back up later in like another 30 minutes or something like that.
But I've been in that space before where I was talking to a guy. We had a great night before. We went out. We've been having fun. No issues. Bills are paid. And I call him, or he likes to FaceTime. This is an old person. And when he FaceTime, I could feel the energy before he even say anything because, you know, a smile will tell you everything. Mm-hmm. So as soon as I get on the FaceTime, he's like, and I'm like, whoa, like, you cool? You want me to call you back? I mean, you good? You need me to do anything? And it's like, some people can't control their emotions. You got to learn how to take control of it yourself. And I feel like I'm going to go somewhere else again. We'll stop right there.
You can go.
What?
You can go. It's okay. Like,
I just feel like you got to take control because sometimes I go through things, but I guess I didn't hit rock bottom and went through so many things. When things happen in my life, I learned when I'm in business, when I'm at work, or with my significant other, I gotta, you know,
Pivot.
yeah, keep my composure and not throw all of that on a person, like deal with it or talk about it. But I just not, I don't know, I can't explain it. I know
No,
how to
it's
take control over my emotions, period.
yeah, it's a hard thing to do, honestly. Like, and it's not something that you learn without going through something, like a
Right.
lot of somethings, because when you're younger and you go through something or something happens within your life, you panic. You're like, oh fuck, this is it. Like I should have done better. Like my life is over. Like this, and this. But like, there's always a subtle pivot that's there. Like, and you learn that when you're older. Like whether it is controlling your emotions or whether it's maybe just saving your emotions for more appropriate time to explain those versus being right there in the moment. This is something that when Brittany was on, we talked about. Like people often tell you about the negative things but don't
Right.
like celebrate the positive things. Like, and if you're in a relationship or a friendship, anytime something goes wrong, it becomes a thing. But when things are just perfectly fine, you never go up to the dude, or the dude never goes up to the girl and be like, hey, you're doing a great job.
Right. I do though. You know my favorite thing that scares people? I meet random people at work or people who just interested in me and wants to talk to me. I always see when I see something good, I tell somebody, man, you know what? I'm proud of you. And some people be like, man, stop saying that. Like, why do you keep saying that? I'm like, cause I am. Like, you're consistent. You're still going to work on time. You still have your job. You still have your car. You're not evicted. I'm proud of you. Some people can't do that. Some people.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, like, just because you've maintained it for a long time doesn't mean it can't just
Right.
go. Like, not everyone can do that, and not everyone is gonna do that. Like, life is tough. Like, even when I moved here, that was like in between. Like, I literally got fired from my job 2 weeks before moving in here.
Right.
And I was actually off that time anyways, but
Right.
instead of getting paid for it,
Right.
I didn't. I had to pay for movers because I was not moving that couch. The couch is heavy as fuck. It was just a whole mess. And I was like, but I was calm about it. I was like, all right, cool,
Right.
cool, cool. Let me sit the fuck down. Let me get this done first because this is going to be the most important aspect of it. If I don't have anything, I need to have somewhere to live.
Right.
I don't care if I don't got a car. I don't care if I ain't got no shoes. I just need
Right.
somewhere to live. And it ain't going to be my parents' house.
That's right. No. They
And
try to
yeah,
keep
it's
control.
life is weird that way.
Life
But
is-
I'm happy that you do that because people often don't celebrate like the wins.
It scares people, especially hood people with trauma. They like, why is she proud of me? Like my mama ain't never told me that. Get away from me. Okay. But yeah, man, I just don't let anything in life get to me. I could be getting evicted tomorrow, about to go to jail the next day. I'd be like, maybe God placed me in jail to handle this, or I'm just messing up in life. Maybe he putting me in jail to come talk to this person. Like I went to jail before, like what, probably like 4 or 5 years ago for a ticket. And when I was in there, instead of being mad and crying, I started singing Christian songs and talking to people about their life, wanting to know their story. And I was singing. I like to sing. And some girl was like, can you keep singing from the other side? And I had people like, shut up. But I never went in there like with a bad energy. I don't know. I celebrate life always because you can be gone tomorrow. And you know what? I think that's where it came from. When you have people in your family close to you that pass away out of nowhere, and it's like, what the heck? So it made me like, you never know when it's your time. Celebrate life every day. I don't care what's going on. You can lose your car. It's material. You can get another one. Time keeps going. So guess what? You got time to get another one. You're not dead yet. What are you mad for? What are you crying? Why are you beating up on people? Why are you drinking your life away? Like, snap out of it.
Yeah,
Go to the
facts.
beach. This helps me. Maybe it'll help everybody. Go take you a little break of vacation, even if you don't got the money. Figure it out. Spirit is cheap. $30
4K.
flat. Yep. Take you a little trip and come back, and it's rejuvenating, and just start all over. It's okay to start over.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. People who have listened to the pod, they
Clock
know what I've
starts
been
over
through.
every
Yeah,
day, 24 hours. So
yeah. Get to a space,
keep going.
work, and then if you lose something, get it back. It's okay. Like I tell people all the time, like, hey, it's perfectly fine, man. Like that's why like grace is so important.
Yeah.
People don't like giving it, but they love, like they need it, but they hate to give it. And I don't understand that. I'm like, man, what if you were in this situation? Well, I wouldn't be. Well, you don't know the future, my friend.
Right. You definitely don't. That's why I tell people now, regardless of what it looks like I have an ex that keeps telling me, look at you now. Look at what you're going through. You had all this and now it's like this. And I'm like, that's what it looks like to you. Just like if it was raining right now, you didn't know the sun was about to come out later. Hey, regardless of what it looks like, I'm blessed regardless.
Facts, because like people don't know, like you don't know when you're meeting a person. Like there's seasons to life, right? Like you could be going through a rough year, right? But you had 10 great years prior or 10 great years after, and this is just the 1 year that shit's fucked up.
Right. And I think it's all for a reason. We all have a journey, and it's how you do it. The quote of the day is, what you gonna do?
I've been watching, like, did you mention jail? I've been watching like those, I don't know what they're called, but they're like the shows like when they like show prison life. And I'm like, I'm so glad I'm not in prison. Like, cause
Me too.
that does not look fun. Like,
Yeah. No, I couldn't do it. I can't stand nobody telling me what to do.
Facts.
That's why I
Like,
barely have jobs. Like,
I don't want to hang out in a cafeteria with a bunch of dudes. Like that would, and then I fucked up by doing that. Cause then I started watching the ones with like the people under 20 or something like that. I'm like, damn, that's like a little kid. He did one fuck up. And then they don't tell you what they did. So I went and did research of what they did. And I'm like, oh, that motherfucker belong in there.
I can look you up.
That motherfucker belong in there.
Yeah, man.
I'm like, he's only 19. How bad could he be? 3 murdered. I'm like, oh shit. Like, goddamn.
Or I think some of the cops are scared. So instead of just coming in there being themselves, they're straight angry. Like, why are you so mad? Like, okay.
That's a tough out.
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'd be one of the ones that escape. I get out. Somehow.
There was a story. I don't remember like details of it. I just know like the premise of it. But like there was a guy who was like about to get out like 2 months later, and then decided to break out.
Now, he was retarded. He's just retarded. Like he probably wanted to stay. His man in there. That's what I'm say.
That's a tough out, man. Do you watch basketball at all? You're a sports person?
No, I don't. I used to be, but I think that's because my ex, like, I'm just supportive, like cheerleader, like, go team, go. I like the Lakers. But I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, the season just started a couple of days ago. I'm going to have to try to find my way to either San Antonio, Houston, or Dallas, or Oklahoma
You got
here in
it.
the near future to go watch a game.
It's down the street.
Yeah, but I don't know if you've ever been to the AT&T Center in San Antonio. But it's like scary because like it's so steep and there's no like guardrails. Like if you're really like there's guardrails, but like you could easily just flip over them little shits. Yeah, it's tough out. So I hate going there. But last time we were in Dallas, I did go see a Dallas Mavs game. So I got my Thunder stuff on. New season, I'm excited for it. Hopefully my Thunder do something this year, and hopefully Brian get a 5th ring, bro. He needs a 5th ring.
Right.
Literally. But yeah, since you don't talk about basketball.
I don't. My daughter's in basketball, and she's amazing at it, but I have no idea what's going on. I just know what looks good when everyone else screaming, I'm screaming with you because I'm on y'all team.
Have you ever been to an NBA game?
Other than the Spurs, you know how everybody get free tickets for the Spurs here, but I
The
haven't
Austin
went.
Spurs? Everyone does get free tickets there.
Yeah, free tickets all the time.
Because I used to work at a job, and that's how the connect, and I still get those free tickets to this day. So I always pull up, especially if they have like buy one get one, whatever, half off. But they're fun. That's a fun little outing.
Yeah. I get in free. I'll be like, hey, y'all need somebody to sing the national anthem? So that's my free ticket too.
You've sang there before?
Yes.
Word?
That's what I do. That's my other ticket in the door. If I can't get in with the photography camera, like, hey, I'm paparazzi. Hey, y'all need somebody to sing? Here we go. I'm using all the gifts God gave me. Let's go.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, I sing all day long.
Would that be an accurate place to go on a first date? Like, would an Austin Spurs game be something like a pretty cool first date?
It is. It's nice. You can watch the game, food, drinks, people, fun. It's a lot to do.
Facts.
Then you get to meet people. Like
I've never met anybody there.
Really?
Like no. I usually when I go I'm lit, so I don't.
You gotta be afraid to not do things. Like I'm the type of person. Maybe photography got me there, but I'll go speak or do anything like until somebody say don't do that, and I'd be like, all right. When finally I didn't see no signs, so I guess I'll stop. But yeah, I went down there shaking heads like, hey, how are you doing? My name is Shanita. They was like, who is she?
On the, like, the floor?
Yeah, on the floor. I'm walking around. Nobody stopped me. So hey, I learned. I think I actually learned this at the gym. If you don't make eye contact and you move like everybody else moving in motion, everybody. Some people are just trained like they're freaking ants. So you blend right in. You ain't never seen the movies where they trying to run and get away and then they blend in. That's me.
That's you.
Never get caught.
Not you and the VIP season
I'm
ticket
in the
holders.
VIP always walk straight in the door.
They are fun games for what I remember when I go,
Yeah.
because I
I
usually
had a
be
good
lit.
time. I like the what is it? Half times. That's what it's halftime.
So I brought that up to say there is a list that I actually don't like talking about memes on the pod, because like it gets kind of redundant, like as far as the conversation goes. But this I thought was completely hilarious. There's a list of places that women have, I guess, decided as a collective that they do not want to go on a first date. And there's quite a few. There's about 28 things. I think one of the ones, or two of the ones I would call out the most, would probably be the gym or sport events, because like we just mentioned, going to like a game would be a sport event. So I don't think that would be an abnormally weird first date, unless that person or the person you're dating doesn't like sports at all. Then I think that's weird.
I think people should be more spontaneous and just open to things. Sorry. I think people should just be more spontaneous. Just like I have really no idea what's going on with basketball games, but I've been to a few and I go watch it. And before, I had no idea what was going on in volleyball. And after like my sixth game, now I'm standing up about to jump over, you know? So some people don't be so closed off. I think this list sucks anyway. So
A buffet is wild. Can I tell you a story? So I don't know if this is fucked up or not, or if it's like cool, because it was really busy. I took a girl I was dating when I was maybe like 19 or 18 to Golden Corral for Valentine's Day.
yeah, how's that go? I mean, you gotta go in your range. If you got Golden Corral money, that's where we going, baby. You should have knew this before when you met me. You didn't look at my shoes.
I felt really bad, but
Why?
like
Did she feel bad?
I don't know.
So why did you?
I
feel
never
bad?
asked her, because I thought that was weird.
See, because you've been on Facebook too much. That's the problem. You was on social media.
And I don't even eat Golden Corral. I don't even remember why I chose to go there, but it was packed on Valentine's Day.
I think people get too much into materialistic things and naming things, but I think it's about time. It doesn't matter where you go. You could go to freaking eating a restaurant in the sky, or just sitting in the grass at the park in your apartments or something. It's about time. And gradually, wherever your finances are, then you can move here and there. But other than that, like, people think but I like to go to Florida a lot, and most people go there and think you need money, you need to go here and go party. I don't want to do what I do here. When I go there, I literally just want to hear the sounds of the waves and just sit there. That's free. All you have to do is get an Airbnb or a hotel and go to the water. Free. I don't know. I'm different. I ain't got time.
Yeah, it's just it's weird, because like this list makes me think like you don't actually want to get to know the person. You
Church.
probably just want to turn up and go out.
Yeah.
I've had 100 Chili's
Then you
dates.
got to be careful, because some women barely want to date you. So if you're not taking them to anywhere, on this list, and you cashing out because of standards and social media, whoever made this damn post, it's just like, you just getting used. And it's a lot of women and men out there ready to use you. I got used. I found out the older you get, I'm only 34 years old. It wasn't even supposed to be a date. We were going out to eat, where I date myself first of all. So you got to top me anyway. But I'm going to go eat out by myself, and the guy invites himself, and he was like, "Oh, I never been here before. The foods look so delicious." And I'm like, "Man, I come to what was it called? Not Papacitos. What's the other one that sounds like it? Papa. It's
Papa
right-
Do's.
Papados? That's right.
Papa
Yes,
Do's.
Papados, right next door. And he's like, "Oh, I never ate at this type of place. What's on the menu?" I'm like, "I always get this. And, it's $50. He's like, "Man, I'm gonna try that." So I'm thinking, you invited yourself. You're gonna pay for your meal, but
What?
Do you know when that check came? I was gonna pay for me regardless. I'm thinking you coming, you gonna pay for you. He's like, man, thank you so much. I'm like, thank you for what? Thank you for what? Then he's like, man, and I'm like, man, you gotta start communicating with people. I ain't no trick. And then I was like, but if you need money and you was hungry, I would have fed you. We could have went to go to Corral and stuff. I'm eating expensive because that's what I want to do with me. But God dang, he started crying.
That's a tough out. I've never been in any situation like that ever in
I
my
think I'm
life.
too nice. That's my problem. I was like, what makes me attract narcissistic men? Or I was like, either I come off too submissive and understanding, like right now, I say, I don't care. I can eat at these places. Maybe I'm too much like that. I need a little more boundaries, but I don't know.
That's so, and I've never had a problem like with a first date because I wouldn't. For one, I don't even believe in dinner dates as first dates
Yeah.
because I just don't. It doesn't. It's not fun because like for one, especially if this is the first time you guys are actually interacting with each other. For one,
Why wouldn't it be fun though?
I don't know. It's just the rush. Like I don't know because we're eating. We're not really talking for the most part. We're eating. The focus is on the food.
Man, but it take an hour for the food to get there. You got an hour to get to know that person.
Nah, I just don't like them. I'd rather do something that's more interactive,
Full
like
attention.
bowling, which is on this list, or going to get coffee, which is on this list.
Coffee boring. You gotta be quiet. People are in there studying on their computer because they ain't got Wi-Fi.
No, you got to hit up like you gotta go get coffee and then find somewhere to walk around, or like one of these hundreds of food parks
Then
that
you
are
gotta
around
find
here.
somebody like coffee because most men they're either you're white that want coffee or I don't know or old. That's
Old.
it. Yeah, like old men. Like I don't know. Everybody don't.
I mean, I feel like coffee shops have more than just coffee, so they get what they get, and you get what you get, and you can really do it anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know about meeting as a first date in the club.
Nah, it's too many distractions.
Too many
Shoot,
distractions.
all
Because
you
what
gotta
if you
do is
walk in
walk
there?
off and go to the bathroom. You get like 5 numbers going on the way to the bathroom. Like, yeah, where you been? To the bathroom.
Movies is definitely a no for me because what the fuck
I
we gonna
don't
do?
like the movies.
I went to the movies one time with somebody, and we didn't. The movie ended up being really long, like 2.5 hours long, and me not knowing that going in, we didn't say a word the whole movie.
I fall asleep. Don't even take me to the movies. 'Cause I think I got either a short attention span, but when I'm sitting there,
I've made a claim like I'm
Okay.
not going to the movies to see a movie unless it's a Marvel movie.
Marvel, oh, well,
That's
yeah,
the
those are
only
good.
time I'm going to the movie theater, is if it's a Marvel. Outside of that, I watch it at the crib when it comes out. I don't need to know about it that quickly. But this list was kind of
The gym
wild.
is a good idea because
If you both work out, so like it can be kind of insulting. Like, what if you're like, "Hey, you want to go to the gym on
Hey,
first?"
but sometimes when you're used to that, you kind of motivate somebody to be like, yeah, I'm gonna work out with you. But then they have to be in a space where they trust you not to like judge them or whatever.
Yeah, there's like,
Yeah.
what do you like as a first date? Gym probably doesn't make sense because like, what are you gonna be doing? Like spotting each
My
other?
favorite first date. I'm trying to think. I don't know. What's yours? What I think.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Mine was. It was free too. We went to Mount Benil in the middle of the night.
Oh man, when you get them chicks who are not from here and you take them to Mount Manel, oh, it's next level.
Really?
That's a guaranteed shot. That's a guaranteed. Oh, that's
That
so
was
nice
mine.
here. It's so nice. It's so pretty.
But we went
here.
when it was closed. And at first, it's crazy. I could have got killed that night. Could have been on Lifetime. But I'm so sorry. I like to lean to the left. I don't know. I'm so spontaneous. I haven't really have no fear. Like God said,
It is like mad dangerous up there. Like there's like no lights.
I know. I think I might be crazy. But we went through the thing, and we just sat there and talked for like 3 hours. Pitch black. I could have got hit by a reindeer, a gorilla.
Yeah, and it's
anything.
like extremely curvy. Like I don't know why they couldn't just
right.
straight up.
Trying to be bougie. Put some curves up in there. Yeah.
I like looking at the houses over there. They're really nice, like
Yeah,
structured
they're
houses.
nice.
Like they're older, unless the people do have some like new updated ones. But like
Mm-hmm.
driving through there, like a lot of those homes with like the long columns at the top. Like
Yeah.
I haven't been to Mount Benel in like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
I used
Sorry,
to,
Robin, that's a
I
lie.
used to go to those places. Anywhere you spend most of your time at, you're gonna gravitate and meet friends and family, and not family. They become family, but that's how it is with me. I'll go there and I'll go run a lot, or I'll just always spend my time there for peace. Something about water. I don't know if it's because my birthday, January 31st. I love the water, so I'll go there by myself and I'll meet people, and they'd be like, "Oh, I stay down there," and I'll be like, "Oh, wow, that's cool. You know, you want to come see my house? Boom, we're friends. I'm in Mount Peniel."
Yeah, I think that's like every horror movie ever. Like, you want to
Really?
come see my house? Yeah, sure.
I'm still alive. No.
At the crib, so a lot of times, like,
I say don't let fear stop you. You'll miss a lot in life
yeah.
if you let fear stop you. There's certain people some people never drive because they scared to drive. It's people
Shout out to
never
my
fly.
homie Linda. She is like 57, about to be
What?
60, has
What she
never
do?
driven in her life.
What? Oh my God. What was it, fear?
I
Or
don't
she
know
just
if it's
don't have
fear.
to?
I don't know if it's fear. Her son drives her around.
If you don't have to and you live your best life, because I don't like driving.
Me
I like to be
either.
chauffeured.
Me either. I'm quick to
You
use
can
Lyft.
drive my car, actually. Take it.
I'm quick to use Lyft for sure.
Yeah, I'm the same way. People think I don't have a car. It's right over there. I just rather do this.
A lot of times it's like, for me, like, that's why I can't think of first dates, because a lot of times women will want me to cook for the
Yeah, 'cause
first
you can
date.
cook. Everybody can't. Everybody can't cook. Not
And
even
I
me.
usually make like a thing out of it. Like, I'll have candles and stuff like that. I'll make
Yeah.
dinner. I'll let you watch me cook the meal from start to finish.
Okay.
So now that you got a recipe in your repertoire, you can go cook for another nigga one day. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
You know how many niggas is eating off my recipes?
I mean, say thank you. That's all you gotta say.
For real, shoot
Say
me a
thank
DM,
you.
bro. Say appreciate for the meal. Because she didn't know how to do that before she met me.
Right. I don't know. I just ride with it. I be meeting people, and I'm very creative. And like, I do like the content creating. And sometimes I'll teach people, and then they'll run off. I don't know. Some people be like, "Oh, I can't believe you did that," but I'm still in that mindset. Like, what's for me is for me. Can't nobody do it like me. You might got the recipe, but you can't do it like me.
I've stopped
It ain't taste
giving.
the same.
I've absolutely stopped giving podcast advice. Like,
Really?
because people don't take it, and then what I tell them is going to happen, it happens. They just stop doing it. I tell people all the time, the hardest thing about doing the podcast wasn't guests or anything like that. Like, I can get guests. I'm professional enough to where my
Right.
conversation isn't creepy like a lot of these weird ass podcasters, to where like I can actually
Right.
just have a conversation with you on some, hey, let's do the pod, let's do this, this, and that. It's like the commitment to continue to do it, because you're literally not going to grow in podcasting unless you do it consistently.
That's life. Actually, when they say consistency is the key, it's really the key.
Like, you got to
People
keep
ready
doing
for you.
it.
People be waiting on you to stop when things happen that go wrong. I'm not perfect. I got people mad at me right now because when life started lifing, you can have a time set just like UPS. You'll have like, oh, this is gonna be ready on Wednesday, but things happen, snowstorms like UPS, and they be like, oh, there's a delay. Sometimes delays are gonna come and you're gonna be pissed off. But guess what? I can quit and cry and be like, I'm done with this. I'm making people angry. Or you can keep going and just look at the odds. Like what it says, when your good outweighs the bad, like keep going. Even if the bad outweighing the good, fix it and keep going.
Folks have definitely been waiting for the podcast to not exist anymore.
Huh?
I said folks have definitely
People
been
waiting on you
for
to
the
fail.
podcast
Don't
not
even let
exist
them.
anymore.
Don't even give them the power. What is wrong with you? Sometimes you
don't.
just want to get up. I'm trying to
like,
work on my aggression.
I try to tell people, I'm like when I started podcasting, literally, like, this is like 4 generations ago phone. Like, I literally had a little small stand, a phone, and like a light attached to the phone.
Right.
And I talked for 7 minutes and didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I didn't know anything about editing. I didn't know anything about audio. Like, things just progressed. Like, if I go back in time, not back in time, if I go back and listen to previous episodes,
Right.
like 48 episodes ago, like, audio is completely different. Like, the mics are different. Like, the conversation is different. And the view of everything is different. Like, it's completely different. The first,
Do you feel like it flows different? Like it's a easier flow than trying to be like, what do I do? What do I say?
not for me, only because, like, I like to talk. Like, I can run off 150,000 topics no matter what. More so about like structure. Like, being able to transition from one thing to another like smoothly, and then also just getting, I hate to say this, like better quality guests.
That, hey, I'm the same way.
You know what I mean? Like when I first started, I basically exhausted my friendships from high school.
Yeah.
Now that like I'm doing this, I'm doing other people's podcasts and stuff like that. Like I have a better vision. Like if you would have asked me at that time, Calvin, what do you think the podcast is going to look like at episode 99 and a half?
Right.
I'd be like, I don't fucking know. I have no idea. I have no freaking idea. But yeah, I've stopped giving advice to other people who are trying to start a podcast because you don't listen. And then
I say if you really want it, you'll find out for yourself. Because when I first became a photographer, I really didn't know too much, and I accidentally became a photographer. That was definitely not the goal. I just always liked taking pictures, and I knew I could take good pictures. So I literally had to. Well, I reached out to some people that was professionals or that I considered professional. Instead of giving me advice, they looked at it as like competition.
Yep, that's exactly what happened with me. I know people in radio,
And I'm
bro.
like, wow, they didn't respond to me, and I seen them in person. Like, that's okay.
That's exactly what happened to me when I started my podcast. I was like, okay, probably someone in radio would have some kind of ideal of how to record audio. No help, zero help. That's why I'm so inclined now.
Yeah.
Even though I have stopped now, but like when people ask me, like, how do you start your podcast?
9 times out of 10, those same people, they wasn't consistent. They already stopped. Mm-hmm. You just keep going, and now they're like, "Oh, can I work with you? You want a team? Nah, stay over there."
Facts.
Stay over there.
That's super facts. Because
Right.
like, yeah, I say way more no's than I do yeses these days. Because I remember everything. I remember when I asked you to come on the pod and you blew it off and left me on red, and then hit me back 2 weeks later.
Oh, I thought you said me. I'm
No,
like,
no,
what?
no.
Oh, I thought I remember when you. I'm like, what? When I do that?
No,
Okay.
plenty of people, but now they see
spam.
how many we've done, and it's like, yeah, you can't come, bro. If you weren't down to come on episode 3,
Right.
you're not going to be available to come on episode 101.
I tell you.
That's nuts.
Yep.
Okay, there's another list. Where did it go? Was this the men version? Group of men made a list of women you shouldn't take on a date. So this is in contrast to the list that we talked about a little earlier about the places you shouldn't take women on first dates. So of course the gender wars shit, dudes had to make their own little list. This list is actually nuts.
Yeah. It's kind
Divorces.
of well, that's on both ends then.
American black women, that's sick.
Wow, now that's just bias. Who? It was a light skin wrote this. It had to be a light skin.
That is nuts. What
Women
else
who
is there?
drink liquor regularly.
IG models, bottle girls, etc. Women with an IG page.
Women who live alone. Now that's crazy. What you want, somebody who stay with their mom? You want her to have kids? You just said not single mothers. Which one?
Women who travel regularly.
Yeah. Whoever made this, who was his name? Samuel.
Yeah,
What's his name?
rest in peace to the guy.
Yeah, he wouldn't even write this. This is silly.
Yeah.
He looking down on you right now, like, what's wrong with you?
Women on dating apps. Women who live alone.
Women who
Yep.
have been engaged. Shoot, I don't know. That don't make sense. That means she good. Somebody just messed up. She ain't engaged no more. Why are you even pursuing her if she is engaged? See, whoever wrote this is a problem.
Yeah, this is a pretty tough list because this is like everybody, like the whole world, like everyone that probably has or has gone through whatever, or at least one of these.
Man, if whoever believe in this, they need canceling. Either one.
It's
Either
these
list.
weirdo dudes on the internet. It's those dudes who like sit there and decide to argue about what women should or shouldn't do versus just being that nigga and let the women come to
Right.
you. Like,
date who you date. Stop.
Yeah, like, be
start you a
you.
podcast if that's what you want to do. But if that's all you posting out there and that's all you worried about, man, seek help. You need counseling. That ain't even paying you. I don't understand. You missing out on your good time.
Facts.
You worried about bias things. I don't get it. I do not get it.
have you ever used like a dating app?
No, actually, I did. I did one
Which one?
time. I used the Black People Meet.
Black people meet.
And then I was on there and I was like, oh, I think it's just like a smashing app. It ain't really people just trying to date. They just looking for some good little meat for the night. That's all. They ain't out here trying to find love. Trust me. I'm like, man, you ain't this thing what you put on your Your bio. What the heck?
I met one person on Plenty of Fish.
I never even
POF.
heard about that app. But yeah.
POF. So
POF. I heard about that. Maybe I know the abbreviation then.
POF. And she's a really nice person. Like, she's a really cool person. We actually ended up going as a first date to a house party. And I wouldn't even call it a date. I wouldn't even call it a date. Our first time we met was me bringing her to my friend's house party.
Okay.
And
she must have been cute for you to bring it to the friend. Like, hey, you come with me.
Calvin then was a little different.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to say she wasn't cute because she is. That wasn't a thought. Like, I was smashing and passing everybody back then. So, yeah, it wasn't necessarily like a standard that you had to meet for me to bring you to a house party back then. Sorry to anyone I brought to house parties.
Okay.
And she ended up getting like lit. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, too
Not
lit.
Controllable? Nah,
too lit. So
go. You done messed up on the first love.
Yeah. I had to like walk her, like I had to like help her get to her apartment. And this is the first time I'm meeting her. I'm like, this is weird.
You gotta know your limit.
And I didn't even know they were getting lit like that till it was time to go. I was like, oh shit. They had me pulling over, throwing up and shit. I was like, you're lucky I'm like a fucking good guy. Cause like there are some really bad dudes out there.
Baby, you going through something? Are you okay? Let me pray for you. I know I've been drinking too, but not as much as you. I can give a little prayer.
Nah, if I'm the driver for the night, I'm chill.
I had that with a friend. She was like, she had her traumatic stuff and she was drinking because she was going through things. That's why you shouldn't drink when you go through things. And she ended up being on a date and then she was crying and sobbing the whole time. And he was like,
yeah, that's a no for me, dog.
That's my friend. No. Don't give her another chance. Nah, but yeah. Yeah, that's the worst.
It was a good time, man. Because I was, and one of the things I was thinking about when I was, and it's not that I'm thinking about jail all the time. I'm just thinking about the time aspect of it. Because one of the dudes was in there, he had been in there for 15 years. And I was like, 15 years ago, I was 16. Mm-hmm. And if I had stopped growth at 16, like learning stuff, and I was just stuck at this 16-year-old mindset, that would be nuts. And like, because time is like, time is time. Even though it goes fast, it's a duration. And I was thinking to myself, like, and I might have said this on the pod, I don't remember, but I was thinking like, what if you don't grow? Like, people are outside of that kind of situation and still stuck in that same mindset 15 years later.
I mean, most people who go to jail, that's how they come out. If you're not in jail like a sponge learning, you got so much time on your hands. You need to read some books and learn some things, get some certificates. But if you're just in there just winging it, you're going to come out the same age you went in. That's why it's a lot of people who come out that's been in there over a few years and they don't know how to send an email. Their punctuation is off. Like, it don't matter where you are. If you're in jail, you're in a cave, wherever, you got to keep learning. Always learn and grow. Or you're going to be in the same place. And that's your fault. Nobody else's. You can't blame the jail. You can't blame your mama, your kids, your granny, your dad. Nobody but yourself.
One of the episodes had this chick who was in there for like 60 years and she was getting released. And this is like early 90s. She got like put in and she's getting out like, not early 90s. What's the...
And it's not even. It's hard out
like
here.
Early 80s or 70s or something like that. And she was getting out like 2020 or something like that. And she had never seen a cell phone in her life. Like, she never used a computer.
Welcome to the future. That's what it's like, coming out to the future.
That's nuts. Like, just coming outside and you're like, all right, go ahead and figure it out. Never driven a car.
Everything.
Cars are way different now. Life is way different. Everything has an app. You can't just walk into a place and say, hey, can I get an application?
Right. Oh, I have to have a phone to eat here? Scan the menu. Like, what?
God damn.
I get it now. Where at my job, like, they have to download an app for the
the register?
The machine or whatever.
Oh, no.
And a lot of them, they take a picture. And I'm like, no, just put your phone on it, click it. And they still keep trying to take a picture. I'm like, just let me do it. Let me show you. But yeah.
Trust me, with my job, I have to like literally from time to time speak to like super old people and try to help them send an email. That's a good 30, 45 minutes, really.
Sometimes you got to yell. I'm like, I wonder do they think I'm screaming at them, but they can't hear me. So I'll be like, let me show you. Yeah.
So what have you been into? I know the photographer thing. Yeah, you.
I've been into living and enjoying my time with my kids and my family and staying positive. Because even though people think my life is all perfect, it's so many people in my inbox right now while I'm sitting here asking me, "Oh my God, you fixed credit. Oh my God, you do this," or "Oh my God, this," and I'm just like, I don't know, but I'm just into all the gifts God gave me. Keep pursuing in it, whether if it's singing, teaching, motivating, taking pictures, whatever. Just keep going, or just being a genuine person in someone's life, or just like my job. I told you what I felt that they were lacking empathy. I come there, I'm just being a gift wherever I'm at, and regardless of the toxic things that go on from X or whoever, like in my ear, just ignore it and keep living. That makes people mad sometimes. They be like, you can't just think you could just live life like everything's all sweet. I'm like, it is. It ain't to you because you rather sit around and be mad, not me. That's on you. Your blood pressure. I feel like, okay, this is why I'm like this. So 2 years ago, I was so busy with photography and trying to manage life. I was at one of my photo shoots, and I'm like, okay, I got to do this. Man, I had 8 photo shoots in one day. That's how crazy it
Goddamn.
was. It got to that point. Holidays is about to happen again. Anyway, I was so busy, and then I was at the park, and then I was sporadic. I didn't have a structure in my business where I had it where I'm in control. I let my clients control. So I let this person be like, okay, I'm going to shoot at Miller Park. I'm going to shoot downtown. I'm going to shoot in Temple. And then come back. We're going to be in San Antonio. So I'm just, vroom, vroom. And all of a sudden I'm driving and I hear my heart like, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, why can't I hear my heart? Like, what's wrong? And then I couldn't breathe. So I had to pull over in the middle of going to my next shoot. I had to text my client. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I have to get out the car. So that's when I found out about anxiety attacks. I didn't know that those were real. So I pulled over on the side of the road at a Home Depot, and I was just like, I'm not about to die. It felt like you're about to die because you can't breathe and your heart is beating like a heart attack.
Get warm.
So I just stopped and I started breathing. So I learned to not let life and stuff control me, learn to take control. And so, yeah, so when things are going wrong, I just keep going, take control. I can either sit here and be mad and let you stress me and kill me because I feel my blood pressure is going up, or walk away, come down, and then learn how I could talk to you without the screaming and the energy, too much energy in it, bad energy.
Yeah, that anxiety stuff is no joke.
Man, it could kill you.
I was driving cross country in the middle of winter from literally right from Round Rock to Rochester, New York, and it was like we didn't know what, like, because we travel. I think there was maybe we traveled through like 7 or 8 states, and like we just didn't know what we were driving into. It's not like we knew the news of the local news on all that stuff. And just prior to us doing that, that huge ass pile up happened in Dallas right before the snowstorm, and we're just because we're driving cross country, and like I don't like being the passenger of a vehicle, right? And we're driving, and I'm just like, my heart is beating, going crazy. I was like, oh shit, we gotta stop.
Right. It's crazy.
It's a tough out, and I've told that story 127 times to be exact. But yeah, the anxiety stuff is no joke.
Yeah,
Like
you gotta learn to take control or have a stroke. Even if you're talking to me, like, and my heart just start beating fast, and I just feel like I'm getting all warm and hot. I'm like your energy off. Like, I know it might seem disrespectful, but I'm about to walk away and stay calm. And guess what? I'll talk to you tomorrow when you learn how to control yourself. But right now, I know. You know who said that? Mike Tyson. The reason why I'm so calm because of, like, what was it? You ain't heard it? He says he's so calm because he's been like through so much crazy stuff. So that's a reason why I'm this peaceful. Cause you going to 100 can cause me to go to 1,000. You don't even know that side of me because you're so used to me being peaceful. But most of the time, the most peacefulest person in the room might be the most craziest.
Facts.
So you gotta learn how to take control.
Facts.
Set it out.
Yeah, because you don't. Yeah, that's true. Like, you don't know people's triggers and things like that. And
What's that? It was a video where a guy was getting out of the car and someone was like, dang it, I forgot what he said, but you haven't seen that? It's a guy. A guy was like, you can't park there. You can't park there. And the guy, he was really calm, and he just started banging his head on the car and he bust his own front window. But you wasn't going to expect that. It was like, but
Oh,
they kept bothering him.
oh,
He had gotten a car accident, and instead of the person like trying to see if he's okay, they was like, "Hey, you can't park there. You can't park there." And it took him 0 to 100, and I was like, "Whoa,
yeah.
he did cancel."
Yeah, people are nuts. Like, you don't know what people are going through. So I always try to treat people extremely nice. Uh,
Me
what was
too.
the comedian?
You never know.
Dane Cook. He was like the most popping comedian back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And he did a skit, or one of his jokes was like, never piss off the person you think is crazy in the office. So like every day he would like give the crazy guy like a candy, like, hey, have a good day, bro.
How
Here's
does
some
he know
candy.
he was even crazy?
He looked crazy. It was like a skit. Like basically,
Yeah.
like you know that one dude who at the job, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna side eye you. Like I'm not. I'm gonna be very
Just in
present
case.
when I'm around you. And he was like basically saying, not basically saying, he was saying like he gave this guy a piece of candy every single day for a year, and the dude comes to the office and starts to fuck everything up, and he's like whispers to him, "You're okay. Don't worry."
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Yep.
giving grace and being nice to people is not hard. Everyone has a hard life. It's not easy out here, honestly, especially with this economy, bro.
Yeah, I think that's just good. Period. Just be yourself and be polite to everyone, even if you're in a situation where things are going bad. Don't throw your bad energy off on someone. Just always be respectful and nice. But I think everybody gotta have a little asshole in them, just a
A
little
little
bit.
ass. See,
Or you're gonna get ran over.
I'm gonna use that. Everyone gotta have a little
Just a
asshole.
little bit. Just a little bit. It don't even have to be too serious. But I learned, well, I ain't gonna say what I learned on my own through business or whatever. Because I used to be all standoffish, like I'm just here to take the pictures, you know. All right, can everyone get over here? Snap. Now, but they don't listen. Everybody still do what they want to do. Now I'm at the confidence where I'm like, hey, I'm paid to be here for 2 hours. I'm already paid. So I need y'all to come here. This is set for 3:30 to this time. This is set to this, and I'm moving it. If you gonna come with me, or I just got paid for free just to come party with y'all. Y'all better get it together. Sometimes you might have to stand on the table, depending on what type of party you at. But yeah.
What's the biggest event you've done, like photos wise?
Last year at the Domain with the all the mayors of Texas, they had like an event with all the corporate. You had the mayors and different people running to be what's the word I'm looking for? Different people running for office. I got to meet all of them and I learned something about them. I'm like, the most professional people are the biggest alcoholics. I swear, it was like free alcohol. Well, the first 2 drinks were free, and everyone had a good time. It wasn't like bad, but they can drink.
Yeah, you gotta have a level of. You have to have a vice to
And I
be in
blended
those
in
positions.
too. The normal me when I used to meet people with degrees, because I got to where I am with consistency. It wasn't like educational. YouTube University was my university, but yeah, I used to be standoffish, but I was so comfortable with them. Like, oh my God, turn this way, do this, I'll do this. And they was just like, I could see from my peripheral, the other people like, she's good, she's awesome. Like, I'm like, man, I could talk to anybody. Like, I got heart now. So, but yeah, back in the day, I just used to be like, when I first started, I think in 2014, I met a lady. She was,
2014.
yeah, she had like 2 master's degrees, and she was just like, tell me what to do. I mean, you're the photographer, and just all smart. And I'm like, well, shoot, I just take pictures. I ain't learned everything yet. So, okay. So I learned, like, you got to take control in business. You can't,
Yeah,
take control.
that's funny.
Yeah.
Is there any new places you've eaten recently?
I don't know. I'll be on your Facebook trying to find some spaces. I bet, man, he be finding all the good food. And then he say, Colleen got all the good food. Let me see where, because.
I had a whole argument with someone like 2 hours ago because they're like, Houston, Dallas has the best food, and I always like push back on that because like they don't. Like I personally think Austin and surrounding areas has better food than Houston. Dallas washes everybody. Like Dallas and surrounding areas washes everybody because like me, when I travel, I'm going to travel to either watch a basketball game or to eat. Like specifically going there to eat. If I'm there for 3 days, I'm probably trying about 15 places. Like
That's a lot.
breakfast,
Oh,
lunch,
okay.
and dinner.
Okay.
Like I'm trying a lot of places, and I'm not going on TikTok to figure it out. Like
Right.
I'm gonna do my own reviews. I'm gonna look. I think the last time I counted, because I take a picture of every single restaurant I go to. I think last time I counted over the last 2 years, I think it's 363 restaurants.
Man, that's another TV show.
I've been trying to do a show, but it's hard. I work 2 jobs.
Right.
I do the pod. Like it's the amount of work, not the work, the amount of like detail I want to do for like a food show. Because right now there is no Austin like on the run food show. That's why people don't know there's good food here.
I just downloaded this app. It's called Frankie. So
Yep.
exactly what you're doing, you can get paid to do it. You
I
seen
heard.
it before? Mm-hmm. So I do that sometimes. I was like, this would be a good idea while you're doing it. Put those pictures on here. Facebook ain't paying. We giving y'all free advertising, first of all.
And I talk to the owners a lot of times. A lot of these restaurants I go to around here aren't like chain restaurants. Like this is just one, and the
Started a
owner's there.
business and it grew. And they made
I've been trying to link. There's my favorite Jamaican spot in the world is in San Antonio. It's called the Jerk Shack. It is fire, and I know the owner because I used to go to the Jerk Shack when it first opened, like 2015. First opened, she's in there. She's in the kitchen cooking. First open type shit. Now she has like a brick and mortar building, but I've been trying to get. Well, I haven't been in talks. We've already talked about it about doing an episode in her restaurant. So that's something I'm looking forward to. But yeah, no new food. Because I mean, I can literally go to Cedar Park and stay there for 2 days, and I can find some good ass
There's
food.
a lot of good food. And I think what's wrong with some people why they be like Houston, because
The brunch
it's
spots.
only a few leaders. Everybody is freaking sheep. You know how they got the shepherd that chased the sheep? Probably 80% of the community or people, or they all like, oh, this is what they say is popular. They have high numbers. But then you got the few that, man, I'm going to just go see what this is. What's behind this door? And like, oh, my God, this is better than this place. People just like to follow the popularity.
Yeah, I don't like.
And when you go there, it's popular, but they didn't got so busy. The love and the food is not there because they got their cousin Ray Ray in the back cooking. He just got through smoking and he just threw the chicken in there. He didn't put enough seasoning on it. Like, what the heck?
And that's exactly what I say about restaurants. I'm
Yeah.
like, when you go to these like quote unquote viral restaurants, like the uptake doesn't usually match the quality because that's not how it should have been in the first place. They started to, okay, let's put the chicken in for 5 minutes only. Oh, there's too many people out there. We can leave it in a little longer. Yeah, I'm not a viral food place goer.
Start franchising. This become more fast food.
And when I do go for food, like if I'll go to like Houston, like I am looking for the places that aren't as popular. And I'm also not just looking for like traditional comfort food brunch spots. Like I try to avoid DJs with my breakfast. Like
Really?
I'm not a brunch guy. I don't want to go eat and someone playing loud music. Like I want to
Yeah,
get in, get my shit, relax, chill. Like if we're talking Houston food as far as brunch spots, they got it. They got the brunch. They got the brunch and they got the seafood.
Humpty, what is it called? Humpty something.
Off of Burnett.
Yeah, I haven't
been there.
tried it. I seen that the other day and I was like, I did not know this was over here.
Yeah, it's really good. There's a daiquiri shop over there too.
They're closed all the time. Paradise,
Yeah.
yeah, they're always closed. Why y'all always closed? They're always closed. I didn't went.
I only
like
went
3
one time and they
times.
were open, so I don't.
They
I
got
don't know.
they got one on I-35 and
The one in Pflugerville.
That one's open, but that one is more bigger with more space and it's always closed though. But I
Yeah,
seen
I've been there. I got. I'll show you pictures of it too. I got.
Okay.
And when I go, I spend money. Like I don't get
Maybe they
like a
open
plate.
late.
I don't get a plate. I usually get 2 or 3 things. Like because I want to taste the quality, and I also want to see if it's consistent. Because if I go to a restaurant, there's 3 things I look at: the way it looks, the way it smells, and consistency. So if I order 4 things, and one of them maybe sucks, but the other 3 are great, I consider that a great restaurant.
Right.
But if I go and I get 4 things and they all 4 suck, then I'm never going back.
Right.
But yeah, they're really good. I think I got like they have like a scramble bowls.
I was looking at that today at
They
work. I was
have
going to order one.
like waffles on a stick as well.
Yeah, I mean they're a little high in price. You might want to take yourself there, but yeah, each meal like 12.
And it's really small in
$15
there
up.
too. It's really small. Like the restaurant's
I didn't
really
even
small.
go. I didn't go in, but I seen them on Uber Eats. I'm like, oh, they're on Uber Eats now. They're coming up.
Yeah, they're really small. Maybe it can fit 20 people, like capacity, but it's like a little diner fill in there. But yeah, it's pretty good.
I think. Yeah, people need to try more foods. People like to stick to American food, which is
Yeah.
bad most of the
Yeah,
time.
that's me. Like I'm a
Yeah.
Chinese guy, Japanese,
Oh, you gotta
Korean,
try.
African,
What is it where they eat
Caribbean.
with their hands with the dang it, what is it called? I don't know if it's Indian or hold on. Let me look.
Is it
Give me a
African?
second.
Like
It's not African. Dang it.
Mediterranean?
I think so, but I'm trying to think of I think it's Mediterranean. They got the bread. It's like you grab the bread and you eat with
Like
your
naan?
hands.
Like Indian? Like
Yes, I think it's
Indian
Indian.
naan.
It's gonna come to me. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it's like I'm a person who likes to try other cultures, and if you're not a person who likes to do that,
Yes.
then probably
You missing out.
on what?
No, I said
Oh,
people are missing
I was like,
out.
oh, what am I missing out? Tell me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not.
Ethiopian. That's the word
Ethiopian.
I'm looking for, man.
That
I
is
tried
also
that
African.
Ethiopian food before, and I was like, first I was smelling it, and I'm like, hold on, what kind of meat is this? That's the first thing I think. What kind of meat is this? Then I was like, I'm spontaneous. I'm like, just try it. If you don't like it, don't eat it. Man, I grabbed a little. What's the bread called? It's not bread. It's like a
I
bread
know.
that feels like
I
Jello.
can't think of the name. But
Jola, something. I don't know what it's called, but it's a great piece of bread. And you grab it, it's kind of cold. Sometimes they warm it up and you just eat with your hands. And I'm just like, hold on. Man, I had stuff all over my hands. It was good.
yeah, they're. That's why I say like that's one of the reasons I say Austin and surrounding areas does have better food. Like if I go to Houston, they have like Korean barbecue, but it's too upscale. Like it's too big there. Like you go here, go right up the street to Charm. Well, shout out to Charm. They're one of the best Korean barbecue places I had before they got popping, before everyone found out about them. But there's so many restaurants around here, like Cedar Park, Round Rock. My absolute favorite, and the best Italian restaurant around is in Round Rock.
Really?
And there's two of them on the
Italian?
same street. One's called Gino's, and I can't think of the name. It's Palmer. Oh,
Have you tried that before?
I've never had any
Man, you're
African
missing
food.
out.
I've
Go
been
try
waiting.
it.
For me to try new food, I need a pro with me. Like I need that person to be like, "Hey, don't get that. That's not what we really be eating. This is the commercial
They
shit."
do that for you. You'll be surprised how you'll feel like, oh, like it's not like some places you go in and everybody looking like, what is your kind doing here? When you come in, they just like, oh, we want you to try. Here, try this and taste this. This is the best thing on the menu. This is what most of you guys would like to eat if you come. They kind of helped me out. But yeah.
Yeah, there's so much food
gotta go
around here.
back.
There's so much food. Was that place in
Then
Fruitville?
it's different. So when they bring it to the table, it comes like this, like with a big hat on it, whatever the heck this is. And then they take it off, and then the smoke comes out, and then I don't know, and then everybody eat on the same plate. It's different. It kind of creates unity. So if you go with your family, ain't no I'm over here on my phone eating. We're all on the same table, and we have one big plate in the middle, and everyone's talking, and you have to. We got the
Have
same
you had
plate.
hot pot or have you done Korean barbecue?
Korean barbecue?
Korean
No,
barbecue?
I haven't tried Korean.
You gotta try Korean barbecue. So it's basically you cook your meats, but
what?
you cook the meat. Like they bring
Oh,
you the
we
raw.
cook it.
Yeah. And then hot pot's the same way. It's a big giant boiling pot of whatever broth you want. You drop the meat in there, and it's like communal as well. So it's like big pot in the middle. I have my own pots for
I'm
it.
gonna have to try it. I need to try something new. Actually, tomorrow.
You gotta
maybe
try
if I
hot
have
pot.
time.
The best hot pot place I've experienced thus far is in Cedar Park. The best Korean barbecue place I've experienced isn't here. But the second to third one is right off of Burnett too. It's like over there by that.
Korean barbecue.
It's called Korea House. It's in that plaza where that.
Hey, I work over there. I might go tomorrow.
What's it called? Jack Allen's Kitchen. It's in the
Jack what kitchen?
Jack Allen's.
Jack. Oh, I had Jack Allen's. I had
It's
them
in the
before.
it's in the adjacent
That's
apartment.
Korean? That's Korean?
No, it's in the parking lot adjacent to it, like where that movie theater is over there.
Okay, I know what you're
It's
talking
hidden away. It's a gym. Like they have it set up to like looks like a Japanese village. Like you have to walk over a little bridge and pond to get to the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
It's really
sounds
nice.
Fun. See, I like weird and fun, different things. I like different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're at our hour, man. Was there anything else you thought or can think to talk about? I know I got to go to the
I think we got
store.
everything out the way. We motivated you guys. We went over some memes, some crazy memes that we don't need to pay attention to anymore, or you're gonna
Facts.
fail. You're gonna be single. Post it again. You're single. So yeah, man, just live life.
Just live
That's the
life.
motto. Live
Just
life,
love
stay
life.
positive, keep going, and remember consistency is the key.
And everything that you do consistently doesn't necessarily isn't attached to a check early.
You said, wait, say that again.
Everything you do consistently isn't always necessarily tied to a check. You know, people will like, I want a podcast to get paid. And I'm like, the amount of work you got to do that is a lot of work.
Some people can practice smiling. That's consistency. Because you could tell the pain in people's face. I don't know if I'm just like discerning, like I could see things. But when I meet people and they're just like, and sometimes I'll be like, are you okay? Smile a little. And then they'll just do like this smile, like, oh, well, how did you make me do that? It's just like, man, practice smiling. Shoot, some of y'all practice waking up doing your hair. Or if you don't have nothing to do, you don't work. Like sometimes, you know what? I piss a lot of people off because I'm a type of person that do what I want to do. I don't wait on people. And some people, they wait to feed off other people's energy. So if I have a busy day, that person will be like, oh my God, you could have called and did something. I did nothing today. All I did was just lay and sleep all day and waiting on you. I said, but you never called or planned nothing. Like, I'm going to keep moving. I don't wait on nobody. If you want time, say something. Like, what the heck wrong with y'all?
Closed mouths don't get fed.
Yeah, go do something.
Cool. Well, this is the Can We Talk podcast, episode 99 and a half.
Yay, I
You
made
guys
it.
enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.
Good night.